Hello YouTube, hello Kyle, what's up? I just got to say, this is the second turnaround that I'm recording now. I just had about the first go around, and it turned out that I didn't press record. So yeah, welcome one and all back to Up to Date Bros. I hope you're doing great. We had a really lovely day today here in England. It's been 26 degrees, beautiful sunshine today, so sorry for the slight delay in getting my video to you, but I've been out enjoying the sun, and I hope you had a fabulous day as well. I know I spoke to Kyle a couple of days ago, and he was out paddleboarding, so I hope you had a great day as well, mate. So yes, as you've seen in the last video from Kyle, he's talking about martial arts and what a profound difference it made in his life, and how he got there from child on, and into actually doing it later on in his life. And as he said, he was in the right place at the right time and the right state of mind to do it. And while I could talk about martial arts as well and tell you my story, and I will at a point later down the line, but I don't think having Kyle talk about martial arts and then me talk about martial arts is interesting for you guys. So we're trying and mix it up and have different topics for you to enjoy, so that it's not always too samey. But I have got a very similar topic that's very dear to me, that I want to talk about, and that's about how I came to move to England from Germany. As I told you in my first video, I'm born and bred in Germany, and it's where I spent the first 24 years of my life, before then moving to England after I finished my bachelor degree in Germany. And it was at the right time for me. I was in the right place, I was in the right state of mind to go and do it. And while it doesn't seem that far away in terms of pure distance, you can be further apart in Germany from Hamburg to Munich than I am from my place in Germany to where I live now in the UK. But the important bit for me was that it happened at the right time. I mean, I've always enjoyed being abroad. I used to live and study in Canada, or rather went to high school in Canada. And I absolutely enjoyed that. I enjoyed meeting the people there and going to the high school there, and it was a great experience for me. And I've always been somebody who doesn't get homesick, and almost the opposite of it. So I've always had that drive in me. But I never thought about it from a professional point of view. And that's then, as I said, when opportunity presented itself to me. I had job offers in Germany, and then I got a job offer in England, and I decided to do it. And I thought, well, what's the difference between living with a host family on an exchange program in Canada for half a year to a year and going to high school there, compared to moving to a whole new country on your own, go to work and don't know anybody, have no social life whatsoever. And I thought, well, I've done it as a student, I can do it as an adult, and actually my story is, it's hard, but it's doable, and that's what I want to tell you. It's not easy, don't get me wrong, or rather, it was easy at first. I moved to England but 7 years ago, right in the middle of summer. It was lovely in England, sunshine. I was down by the south coast. It was absolutely gorgeous. I had a couple of days before I started my new work, and it was absolutely great time, brilliant time. And then when I started working, the people were great that I worked with, and after work I'd go to the pub, have a couple of pints, get to meet new people there. So overall, it was really great, but it wasn't sustainable for me. It was my first job right out of uni, so my salary wasn't great. So being able to go out every night of the week and have a couple of pints down a pub, A, isn't great for your health, and B, it's not great for your wallet, especially if you have to pay all other bills and all that. So soon enough, I had to stop that. I kind of lost a bit of the social element of my life. I had all my friends and family back in Germany, and I was in regular contact with them. But as time passed, and as I went into 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, I kind of contacted them less and less, just because they were always asking, "Oh, how you doing?" And it was great to be in contact with them, but it was also a bit frustrating. I was missing something. I wasn't seeing them. I was seeing them on FaceTime and Skype, but it wasn't the same. And yeah, it was a tough time. So I lost the social element that I'd hang out with people after work and do something, and instead after work I would be in my little flat, all by myself, hanging on the computer and watching YouTube, Netflix, or playing PlayStation, basically wasting my time and not doing anything productive with it. And I kind of got into a downward spiral with that. I only had work, so I was literally living for work, and work wasn't going great either. It was different to what I expected it to be. And while I got along with the people there, the job I was doing wasn't fulfilling, and I wasn't living up to my potential. I had a few arguments with my boss, and all of that, and I was thinking of after 2-3 months, I was thinking of throwing in the towel and quitting, but I didn't, and that's what I want to tell you is life is hard, and yes, I had the opportunity to go and do it, and everything was in the right place for me. I was in the right time, the right place, the right state of mind to go and move abroad and experience something new, and start a life in a completely new place. But I didn't expect that I'd have to work after it. And this is what I want to tell you guys is opportunity is out there. You got to look for it. You got to be open to it, and it's got to be right for you. And then you'll find opportunity, and then you got to grab it. You got to grab the opportunity when it comes along, and it be whatever it may be. New college, a new job, moving to a different country. It takes a risk. If something like that comes up, I can just tell you, it takes a risk. But don't be under the assumption that it's going to be easy. It's not. It's hard work, and you gotta make it work for yourself. But it gives you fulfillment, because once you do that, it shows you that there is nothing that you can't work for, and that you can't. There's nothing that you can't reach yourself if you're willing and put your mind to it, and if you're willing to put in the work. And that's what I did. As I said, I was thinking of throwing in the towels 2-3 months into my new life in England, and I was really close to calling it quits, literally, and I didn't want to feel like a failure. I didn't want to go back to Germany like a beaten dog with a tail between my legs. I was like, I can't do that. So what do I need to do? What do I need to change? What can I do to make this work? And that's when I started martial arts back again. As I said, I've done martial arts for years and years and years prior to moving to England and in Germany. But then I kind of stopped it once I moved. Obviously, other things take priority when you first move and all that, and it's fine. but then after 3 months I started it back up again, at the club where I then met Kyle later on. And all of a sudden I started to grow my social life again. I met new people, I met new friends. I started to meet them after work. I started to go training after work. I started to go out on the weekend with the guys, so I wasn't alone in my flat, wallowing in my misery. And I managed to turn my downward spiral around. And I'm just going to tell you, it's okay. If you are in that spiral, it's tough, it's hard, it's not easy to get out of it, but it can be done. You just gotta put yourself out there. I know it's uncomfortable. It was for me as well. It was one thing about doing something new in the country that you grew up with, where you speak the language. It's something a bit different doing it abroad. Even though I got a decent command of the English language, it's still something different. The culture is different. The people, you never know, and it's scary. And I just want to tell you guys that if you're experiencing something like that, it's normally going to be alright. People will want to be your friends, will want to include you, and that's where other opportunities come. As I said, that's where I met Kyle, where I met my current girlfriend, and things started to look up for me. And here's the moral of the story: is once my social life kind of went back to being okay, and I started to socialize more, my work got uplifted as well. Cause it was like, oh, I got to get this done by that time so that I can go out and meet my friends, and it started to push my work to higher levels as well, and with that, with me showing my potential at work, I then got along better with my boss. So as I said, for me, it just kind of all went from all crumbling to kind of pushing itself back up again, and yeah, that's really a little bit of my story about how I ended up in the UK, and then, as I said, the moral of the story is really just, yeah, keep looking for those opportunities. People say they are once in a lifetime. They aren't. Opportunities come and go, but they come and go fast. Be it a new job offer, an acceptance letter to a college you didn't expect, or university, or even seeing an advertisement in TV and want to learn a new skill, or joining a social club, a sports club, or so. They aren't necessarily life-changing events. Well, they are, because if you make the decision to pursue them, you're changing the course that your life was on. So no matter how big or small, they are life-changing events for you, and they are out there. As I said, you just gotta look for them. You gotta be in the right. It's gotta be perfect for you to go and do it. But then once you've gone and done it, you then gotta keep working at it. It's not all said and done with making a decision. Oh yeah, I'm going to do it, and sticking by it, but not putting in any extra work. That's not going to work. You got to go out there. You got to put yourself out there. You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable, and really try and make the best of your life. Because in the end of the day, it is your life, and you're in complete control of it. It can be whatever you want it to be. And with that, I'm just going to leave you at this point. And I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, leave a like, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video from us. And even if you didn't, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think. What are your problems that you're having, or what are you looking forward to doing in the future? And me and Kyle will try and help you and answer any questions you may have. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the content, and if you did, it would be great if you supported us, subscribed, and hit the like button. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheerio.